Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am here today with you guys. I know that I came on a little late because I had fell asleep. Was at my other job last night working. But I'm here for y'all today. I hope y'all having a good day. It's not as hot as outside usually as it's been. Thank God for that. Thank God for him allowing us to have the shade. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at, and good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, Mike D, aka Mr. Hennessy, aka Mike Hennessy, aka DDE80, 13-1 of the world. And I represent for Point Place. Shout out to the Point Place players, the Point Place people. Y'all don't forget to listen to Wendy Sky. Shout out to Wendy Sky, her show, as well as B.Ray and his show, and also promote the music. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not all just here for one platform, we're here for all. I make music too, ladies and gentlemen, and I will be coming out with something soon. So be on the look for that. Starter's kit. I had a format that I was going to talk about, but I'm just going to have to wing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to wing what I'm talking about just to get you out there, get you informed on some stuff. We know tonight is Monday Night Raw. Wrestling, WWE starts off with Raw tonight. We don't know what's going to happen on there. I know it's the build up to WWE Payback, which is coming, I think, this Saturday, coming up during the Labor Day weekend. I know a lot of you guys are happy that Labor Day weekend is coming up. So with that being said, I want to wish all you a happy early Labor Day. I know it's a week away. Now, when I did wake up, I saw that the United States had beat Greece by 28. Shout out to the United States basketball FIBA team. Like I said, we're pulling for you guys and we want you to come back with that medal. It looks like Ant-Man and now AR-15 showed out today. So they have the weapons to beat these teams. And especially when they go up against a powerhouse like a Luka Doncic. Because that's going to come. They're going to end up probably meeting them sooner or later, as well as Gobert and those boys, you know, everywhere else. France, all those teams are still there. It's the question is, are they going to be able to get past the hump? I think the United States basketball team will. Shout out to Simone Biles for winning. She's won another championship, another medal. I appreciate her and the Richardson girl for what they're doing out there in track and field and all these other sports. It's so good to see young black women, and I'm not disrespecting no white girls or nothing like that, because they are also applauded for what they do. But it's good to see the black young ladies doing what they need to do in these Olympic trials and in these track and field events, gymnastics, events. More power to them, more shout out to them, more love. I appreciate what they do. So shout out to them. Ladies and gentlemen, did you see those Houston Astros put that big piece on those on those Tigers yesterday? And the Texas Rangers made me mad yesterday, and I'll get into them in a few minutes. But man, did you see what those Astros did yesterday? Now, man, they can go ahead on, if they keep that up, they can get back in that mix now, baby. They can get back in that mix. Dusty, come on, Dusty. Get them boys right, man. Get them right, Dusty. That's all I want to see, Dusty. They should have took the lick back when they played the Red Sox. But that's okay. Y'all put that piece. Put them pieces on them Detroit Tigers. That's what's up. Woo, man. That was so good to see what them boys did. Shout out to the Astros, man. The Saints lost their last preseason game, but you know what though, man? They were still tussling in the whole game. So, you know, even though the Texans won that game, but the Saints were able to still do what they need to do. They are going to be a winning team this year. I don't care what anybody says. I believe that the Saints will go ahead and knock them out the box. Go Saints. I still don't know what the Patriots are going to do. I'm going to have to wait till the season starts and go by the first game of the season. If the first game of the season I see the Patriots are trying to play like they want that championship pedigree they had with Tom Brady, now they got to do it with Mac Jones. Mac Jones has got to be equipped enough, and he has to be focused enough to use what he has on the field. Because he got him Hunter Henry. Oh my God. He got Hunter Henry. He got Juju. He's got Ezekiel. He's got Ramon. He's got weapons to make something happen, ladies and gentlemen. And for that, man, I said, go Patriots. Michigan State Spartans. Don't know what they're going to do. I think they play Thursday or Friday. I think they have an early game. I'm going to have to figure out who they're playing against. When I do figure out who they're playing against, I will have a conversation about that. Now, remember the other day, we were talking about Trey Lance getting traded from the 49ers to the Cowboys. There are reports out that Dak Prescott is not happy with what happened with Trey Lance. If I'm Dak Prescott, you already got a backup quarterback, Cooper Rush. He's doing his thing. Man, take that man under your wing, man, and show that man the ropes of how to play cowboy football, man. That's all you need to do, man. Did they mishandle Trey Lance? That's what they were saying on the reports. Yes. I think they gave up on him too early. I think that. I just want this young man to have a chance to play football. I just want Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys organization to treat this man with some type of dignity, some respect, and try to let him learn the ropes of football, how to be a great quarterback. Then if he gets to learn this, then either you keep him or you let him go. One of the two. But I do think Trey Lance will have a shot in the NFL. He's just got to get over what he's got going on, especially the injury and everything. I'm pulling for the young brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling for him. You know, God bless him and bless everybody across the world right now. I forgot to say that, but I'm here to say it right now. So God bless everybody. Now, what I did see when I got off work was Lil Wayne, Skip Bayless, Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson, Richard Sherman. They're all a part of the brand new Undisputed Skip Bayless show. Let me tell you something. And I want people to understand what I'm about to say. When ESPN did all those layoffs to all those reporters, they made FS1 very, very happy. Because if you remember, Michael Irvin and Keyshawn Johnson both used to be on First Take with Stephen A. Smith. When they did the cutoffs, they cut off 2 Super Bowl winning players. Michael Irvin was good with those Cowboys. That's why I said the Dallas Cowboys haven't won a championship in almost about 30-something years. Because of that. Michael Irvin was good. Keyshawn Johnson was the first man in Tampa to win a Super Bowl when they won the title back in 2002, something like that, 4, whatever year that was, they won the championship. So, you know, now you bring expertise and Richard Sherman, who won a championship by beating the great Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos. You got 3 Super Bowl champions on Undisputed with Skip Bayless. Plus, you got one of the greatest, biggest, greatest rappers of all in Lil Wayne. So, Skip Bayless got what he wants. Skip Bayless got what he wants. Now, he needs to try to respect and keep these guys there. And I hope one of them tell him to stop criticizing LeBron James so much. Because he's going to be critical of LeBron James again this year. I can feel it already. If LeBron James miss a game-winning shot, then he's talking. That man ain't never had nothing too much to say good about LeBron James. And that's one reason why I respect him for what he does. I respect his field, but I don't respect he always coming hard on LeBron James. He comes hard on LeBron James, but did not have too much to say bad about Tom Brady. He comes down on LeBron James, but he doesn't want too many people to say anything bad about the Dallas Cowboys. He comes down on LeBron James, but was always, talking about Kawhi Leonard just as number 2. Man, get out of here, Skip. Come on, man. I respect your hustle, man. But your comments sometimes, man, you be doing too much. And the Darvin and the Hamlet situation, man, I think that's the reason why Shannon Sharpe decided to leave Undisputed. I think that's exactly why. Now Shannon Sharpe's on ESPN. He's going to be a part of First Take with Stephen A. Smith. That's going to be great. Shannon brings his knowledge of the games with Stephen A. That's going to be interesting. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith and the whole First Take crew, Molly, and Mad Dog when he's on there, and all his crew, that he has coming on First Take. Shout out to the whole First Take crew. I want our podcast to be like that one day, where we can just sit there and just laugh it up about sports, big time, bringing in the big bucks, because I have a passion for this. I know sometimes I be tongue twisted. Sometimes I say the things that, a lot of people don't relate to, but I just want people to know that I will give you the truth. If I see it, it's the truth. But I don't like giving out false information. I don't like giving out false stuff. I will do my best to try to tell you the truth and let you know what I feel about it. With that being said, I will talk about one college football game. Man, did you see how Navy got mollywopped by Notre Dame? Notre Dame is being serious right now, man. I mean, they coming with the get with, man. They're trying to put heads on coffins quick, ain't they? What a blowout they did to Navy. Navy, to be honest with you, Navy was mismatched from the beginning, man. They didn't have a chance to beat that team. That team was just too big for them and too good for them. Now Notre Dame, if they could do that, they can make some noise in the field of college football this year. I'm hoping that they do. I want to see if they can get a high bowl game, because that's all I'm looking for. I don't think they'll be one of the top 4 in the BCS, playing for the BCS, but who knows? I still want LSU to get there. I still want Michigan State to be in the top 25. As long as Michigan State is in the top 25, we're guaranteed a decent bowl game. Yeah. So, haven't heard anything else about the CM Punk Jungle Boy fallout. I'm still trying to wonder why nobody likes CM Punk. What is he doing that's alienating these wrestlers in AEW? I don't understand how he gets to tell people they can't show up to the show. He's knocking guys off of Collision where they can't be a part of the show, or sending them home. I don't understand that. One man should not have that much. I understand that Collision is your show because you have the roster of guys you want to be on that show. He only has a certain amount of people that only show up on one show. You don't see CM Punk on Dynamite or Rampage like that anymore. You see him right there on Collision. He's on that one show. Just like mural, that one show. Every now and then they'll come out and they'll do something else, you know. But we'll find out about the fallout of that. On a side note, once again, I want to say rest in peace to Bob Barker. Price is Right legend. Died at the age of 99. I know he's been passed now for a couple of days, but I just want to say that I was actually going through the TV and I saw Bob Barker on one of the old episodes of The Price is Right. I actually grew up with Bob Barker, under Bob Barker, while watching him right before The Young and the Restless. But you know, Bob Barker lived his life. You know, he lived 99 years. It was just that the Lord didn't want him to make 100. The Lord wanted him to come home before 100. I want to live to be 100 if the Lord let me, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be in my good health and strength when I live to be 100. I don't want to be having Alzheimer's and all these ailments worrying me. If I pass, Lord, at 100, I'll pass at 100. But I do know one thing. When I do pass, I am going to go see the King. That's absolutely that. I'm talking about the King that's the big man upstairs. I'm not talking about the one that's downstairs, because I'm not trying to go downstairs with him, because I don't want to play with him. I ain't finna be sitting up there tormenting for the rest of my eternity, if you know what I mean. That's just a little biblical talk for y'all. But in all seriousness though, you know, rest in peace Bob Barker. You know, we're just trying to, you know, grasp with what happened in the wrestling world with, you know, Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. Is still kind of fresh, you know. But I just want everybody to know that I appreciate the fellas for allowing me to do this sports podcast. Like I say, I make music too. I kind of laid off it, but I'm finna get back in the lab and start with my starters kit again. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to just check out the point of view. I know I made a lot of errors on there, but don't look over that, because I'm just starting out doing this. So the more I do, the more better I get at it. You know what I'm saying? But also look out for Wendy Sky's podcast. Look out for B.Ray's podcast. The point's gonna start. We're gonna start where everybody on the record, on the label, is gonna end up having their own podcast where they want to share. Like I said, starting, I don't know when it's going to be in September. I think it's going to be either the first week or after Labor Day or something. Me and the fellas are going to get on here and we're going to share our opinions about, you know, the start of the NFL season. We're sure going to do it when it comes down to preseason basketball, college basketball. I know that me and Boski and that dude, shout out to those boys, going to be doing a couple of wrestling podcasts where we're going to talk about the events in the professional wrestling business. Also, me and my boy Bobby Reezy, we're going to be having some talks about these LA teams between the Lakers and the Clippers. I know that's coming, a podcast that me and him are going to specifically try to work on as well. And you know, the relationship podcast is covered as well. Well, I think it's already, you know, happening, but you know, we're gonna get some females, you know, opinions on some things. We would like to have females join us, you know, when we start getting everything rolling. We're gonna get females to join us on these podcasts to give their opinion about sports. And speaking of women, besides the Richardson girl and besides Simone Biles winning their events, also I want to give a shout out to all the ladies that do their thing as well as in sports. I respect them and I respect what they do. And, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I respect women. Let's respect these women. Also tonight, Aces versus Liberty one more time. I think the Aces will win. It's gonna be a great game. And this will decide, this probably be who will be playing for the championship. But ladies and gentlemen, I got to go. DD80, God bless you, God keep you. Tomorrow we'll have the fallout, what happened on Monday Night Raw. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot I was supposed to talk about the Texas Rangers yesterday. Man, the Texas Rangers had that game won. And you know, me and a couple of people from the church, we actually sat there and watched the last of that other extra innings of that game. And that pitcher was tired. That pitcher had walked at least three people on that last play. And he walked while the bases was loaded, and that's how you know I could tell he was tired. But the Texas Rangers gotta come on, man. I pull for them too, man. I pull for them just like I do the Houston Astros, man. The down south teams, I love them. I want them to do something big. They're in a tussle now in their division. But man, when you have a pitcher that is tired like that, take him out of the game, man. Try to save the game. Because you know, when extra innings come, second base is always capable of winning the game because they already have a player on second base during the extra innings. They gave all they had. But the pitcher burnt out in the end, man. It's just that simple. It's just that plain simple. The pitcher burnt out in the end. The Atlanta Braves, they lost yesterday. They lost to a team that's probably not going to go to the playoffs, or probably in contention, I don't think. But the Braves can lose a couple of games because you know one thing about them, they're not going to be repeating the same thing. The Baltimore Orioles was great. They had a whole little season of winning like 8 games, I think, and then they got it snapped. But that's great. You know, the Baltimore Orioles are doing what they need to do to try to get to the top of the mountain. They're going to be a team that's going to be looking like they're ready to be World Series ready as well. But ladies and gentlemen, before I go, man, I want to tell you, man, did y'all watch Jordan Love play for the Green Bay Packers the other day? That kid is ready. You know, I was tripping when they had drafted him while Aaron Rodgers was still there. Aaron Rodgers did his thing in the time he was in the game against the Giants as well over the weekend. But Jordan Love, I know he has not played a whole 17-game season. But man, so far, Jordan Love looks like he's ready, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to tune in and see what he can do. The pressure is still on Aaron Rodgers. I don't care what nobody says. The Jets are expected to be in the Super Bowl. Can he turn that around? Can he do something that even the great Brett Favre couldn't do? I mean, the Jets, when Brett Favre played for the Jets, he had the Jets a higher team than the Patriots. So, man, let's see what Aaron Rodgers is gonna do. But man, Jordan Love, man, I'm telling y'all, man, if Jordan Love get the hang of what he's doing, then the Green Bay Packers maybe can get themselves close to a playoff, or in the playoffs, or in a wild card, man. Never know. They're expecting the Detroit Lions to possibly win the division this year. They just omitted Cousins and the Vikings because Thielen's gone, but that don't mean nothing. And I like Kirk Cousins, Michigan State bound. But I'm telling y'all, Jordan Love, man, y'all better watch out for Jordan Love, man. If Jordan Love get it, I'm telling y'all, if he get the hang of what he's doing out there and catch on to the plays, man, he's gonna be something serious. Something serious.